Hey guys, what's up? It's the Dragon Lord. I know it's been like forever since I made a video, so I wanted to come out with a new video. And today I will have probably a little bit of an update and an opening of a Blue Eyes Saga of Blue Eyes deck. So, might as well just get right into it. A little bit to know about this deck and me actually. This deck actually was what really got me back into playing Yu-Gi-Oh! About 2 to 3 years ago, I'll say. Something like that. I remember buying so many of these decks back years ago, and I just loved the deck. And I would play the deck, and basically all of my friends at school would play. Red Archfiend King, Number Hunter, and a lot of other people that you guys haven't met yet. But maybe one day, you never know. So this deck, it's really cool. Definitely gives you some good stuff to start you out with a Blue Eyes deck. I actually picked up 2 of these for Red Archfiend King, so now he's going to have a deck that I actually have. So that'll be interesting to see. Alright, so let's get into it. We have Blue Eyes White Dragon, Azorius Silver Dragon, a really good card for the deck. Maiden with Eyes of Blue, also a very good card for the deck. Dragon Shrine, once again, very good for the deck. And then I believe these are all, those are all the new cards, at least for the time. Could be wrong, but I'm not sure. Alright, so we have Rabid Dragon, Alexandrite Dragon, Luster Dragon, Flamvell Guard, Rider on Stormwinds, Darkstorm Dragon, Kaiser Glider, Heretic Dragon of Tefnuit, Mirage Dragon, Divine Dragon of Procalyph, White Stone of Legend, Kaiba-Man, Herald of Creation, Kaiser Seahorse, Honest, 2 Shining Angels, Silver's Cry, also very good if you play basically any amount of normals. Burst Stream of Destruction, Stamping Destruction, Wingbeat of Giant Dragon, Trade-In can also be very helpful. Cards of Constance could be very helpful. White Elephant's Gift, 1 for 1. Yes, Monster Reborn. They actually put that in the deck. I don't know why. I mean, it is, the deck was made a couple years ago, and I believe it was banned, right before this deck came out, so, whatever. Dragonic Tactics, Soul Exchange, Swords of Revealing Light, Enemy Controller, Castle of Dragon Souls, I believe? Yes. Fiendish Chain, very good. Kunai with Chain, Damage Condenser, Call of the Haunted, very helpful. Compulsory, very good. And Champion's Vigilance. So guys, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that quick little run through here. I'm just going to keep going on with this here. So actually I picked up 2 of these decks, and I was kind of starting to put a deck together of what I would personally probably do if I didn't have the deck. So basically you want to play as many Blue Eyes as you can. I usually play 3, sometimes 3 becomes a little much, but for now I like to just use the 3. I think that's a good number. It's really good, especially if you run into a dimensional prison or something like that, and you can't get it back. I've dealt with that many times before when I was playing 2, and Furnace just came on, so hopefully that doesn't bother you guys too much. Alright, so I have a decent start right now for what I would do. Since I have 2, I'd be playing probably 3 Blue Eyes. I'd probably be playing 3 Maidens. I'm just throwing them together here. I'm not sure if the camera can see it. Probably not. Play at least 2 Flamvell Guards. I really like Flamvell Guard in this deck because you can keep getting it back and keep synchroing and all that good stuff. I still play Alexandrite Dragon and Luster Dragon from nearly 3 years ago. Some people might say that's a little strange, but it's always worked for me, so I just stick with it. We have 2 white stones. I'd say at least 2 white stones, if not 3. I wouldn't probably want to play just one, but 3 might be too much for you. It's really your own preference. 2 Dragon Shrine here. You can play this at basically 1, 2, or 3. Depends on how much you want to use the graveyard. I had a Blue Eyes deck and a Dragon deck, and what had happened was they were so much similar, like not even 5 to 10 cards were different out of the decks, because I had picked up so many of these things. Like, I had one that was like Blue Eyes related and stuff like that, and then I had one that pretty much went through all kinds of different changes. It was normal dragons, it was rank 4s, it was synchros, it was rank 5s, it was anything you could think of. So yeah, Red Archfiend Cain gave me the idea to put them together, and I play with that a decent amount. It's basically my main deck. I mean, it's not like a terrible deck or anything, but I think it'll definitely be better when the new support comes out, which is going to be really awesome. And hopefully it doesn't cost a ton of money, but there's a good chance that it might, considering it's Blue Eyes, and everybody's going to go crazy for Blue Eyes, so I guess we'll just see. And then we have Trade In. Depending on how many level 8 you play, I usually play just the 3 Blue Eyes, so I wouldn't play any more than 2 for sure. I'd probably only play 1, and still that's going to be a little situational. But also the new support coming out. This is just before the support comes out, because I haven't really thought too hard about that yet. So I guess we'll see what happens. Cards of Consonance. Thank you, Furnace, for turning off. Cards of Consonance. I would play at least 2, because I usually go with 3 Flamvell Guards and 2 to 3 White Stones, and that's 5 to 6 tuners. So if you're playing like 6 Dragon tuners that fit this, you could play 3, I guess. I still might stick with 2, but I guess it's your own personal preference. 1 for 1, play one of those because it's limited. Silver's Cry. I mean, I play the 3 Blue Eyes, the 3 Alexandrites, and the Luster, so what I would do, and Flamvell Guard, so that's basically like 12 normal monsters, so I would play at least 2, probably 3, depending on if you're playing Soul Charge, you're playing, what other cards? Call of the Haunted, stuff like that. And then we have 2 Fiendish Chains for now. I'd play at least 2. It's a really good card. 2 Call of the Haunteds, at least 2 of those I'd say. I really like using the graveyard. The only real problem I had with basically my Dragon, and especially my Blue Eyes deck, more than the actual Dragon deck itself, was basically the graveyard. If they shut down your graveyard, you're going to be in like a lot of trouble, because let's see, we have Maiden helps with your graveyard. You have Whitestone is a graveyard effect. You have Blue Eyes that comes out of the graveyard, Alexandrite, Luster, Flamvell Guard, everything pretty much revolves around the graveyard. And the Silver's Cry, I'll probably get into those later to explain to you guys how awesome this card is for a Blue Eyes or a Dragon deck, especially Blue Eyes. And that new one looks amazing. I might even play 3 of those. I only play 2 Azor Eyes because I only own 2 that I know of. I might have ordered a 3rd online, I'm not totally sure. But yeah, that card's really amazing. Like, you can say, let's just say we go Blue Eyes and Flamvell Guard. You synchro for those. Then you have 2 normal monsters in the graveyard. Then you have a monster with 2,500 attack and 3,000 defense, which I almost always play in defense mode just because it has more points, you know, especially if I'm trying to come back or just want it to survive, basically. Like, I mean, if you're winning and stuff like that, you might as well play it in attack mode, try to win, obviously. But, I think you get what I'm saying. And then one compulse for sure. And this right here is a lot of what you would definitely want to play, in my opinion, from my experience playing it for nearly 3 years probably. I would definitely be playing I lost my thought, guys, sorry. Like, most of the cards in this deck, like, it's a very, very good deck. Like for $30 you can get a whole deck. That's really, really good. You might have to spend a little bit more. The only cards that really aren't in the deck that I personally use would be, oh jeez, I just had them. I'm trying to think here, guys, sorry. I literally just had it on the top of my head and now I forgot. Just give me a second here, I'm sorry. Oh. Rescue Rabbit and Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Those cards are so amazing. Like, in any Dragon or Blue Eyes deck, like, they're probably two of my favorite cards, like, period. But in the Dragon deck, in the Blue Eyes deck, they're very, very helpful. So, yeah, that should give you a decent hint on if you were wanting to build a Blue Eyes deck. I'm actually well, I'm not really surprised, but I'm kind of surprised that they brought these back, kind of like, because it was 2 to 3 years ago when I bought them, and I remember when they were first coming out, I was like, oh crap, it's about to go down with Blue Eyes. People are going to get that. I'm one of the only people that I know that personally still has a Blue Eyes deck, and Number Hunter does as well. But I remember when this thing came out, like, this is a really special deck and product to buy for me personally, because I used to play this deck. I mean, I still do, but I mean, back when I was in high school still, with Red Archfiend King and Number Hunter and these other guys, there were so many people playing Blue Eyes. I think I was mainly the guy who played Blue Eyes, but the other guys did too as well. I know Number Hunter, yeah, he still does. Yeah, Red Archfiend King was like, you never know how much that new Blue Eyes deck's going to end up being, so, he was saying you should probably pick up a couple or a few decks or something. So I just wanted to try to help him out with that. And I got these for him, so that's definitely a good start to building a deck for him. Let's see, right here I have, I'm just going to quickly count here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26 cards. So add, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Add about 12 cards, give or take. That's going to be nearly 40. Depending on how many Flamvell Guards, White Stones, stuff like that you want to play. Yeah, I mean, I pretty much explained, I think, for the most part, what I would be personally playing. I still do the Alexandrite and Luster. I still play those. And then we have Flamvell Guard. I really like that card. I'd play at least 2 of those. I'd definitely be playing 3 Maidens. Like, I don't know why you would not play 3 Maidens. The card's amazing. 2 Blue Eyes at least. I like 3 though, personally. Sometimes you will draw like a 3rd one when you don't want to, but you have a lot of different ways to get around that. You have Dragon Shrine, you have Trade-In, you have 1 for 1, and then if you have Rescue Rabbit and Red Eyes, Darkness Metal, very good. And basically this deck comes with like everything if you really think about it. You have your effect negation, your more or less a battle trap. Compulsory can be a battle trap, very versatile card. You have Call the Haunted, get stuff back, like maybe your Xyz or something, or your Azor Eyes. So yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys checking out the video. I'm sorry it's been so long. I've been having a lot going on, but I just wanted to make this video for you guys. I really hope you enjoy, so thank you for watching.